You know that feeling when you look behind your computer desk and it is just absolute chaos?
Oh, yeah, just a total rat's nest of cables.
Right. And if you want to add just one monitor, you have to run another thick, dedicated video cable. But then you walk into a massive sports bar, right? And you see 50 different screens.
All perfectly synchronized.
Exactly. Crystal clear, 4K footage everywhere. And suddenly, that one-to-one cable logic, it just completely breaks down.
It really is. It requires a fundamental shift in how you think about moving data.
Which is exactly what we are getting into in today's deep dive. We are looking at a specific wall plate transmitter from a company called HDTVSupply. It is the Blustream IP300UHDWP-TX.
Quite a mouthful, but a seriously powerful piece of gear.
Yeah, definitely. And our mission today is to decode this dense, high-end AV terminology and figure out exactly how modern architecture achieves this flawless, massive video distribution. Okay, let's unpack this.
Well, we are so used to dedicated pipes, right? Like a video cable for video, a USB cable for a mouse.
A power cable for electricity, yeah. But this Blustream device acts more like a high-speed digital funnel. It squeezes massive amounts of data into a single standard CTA network cable.
Up to 100 meters away, too.
Right. We're talking 4K resolution video at 60 hertz, HDR10 plus for those incredibly bright whites and deep blacks, object-based surround sound, and even your keyboard and mouse KVM data.
All vacuum sealed together.
Yes. Here's where it gets really interesting. Because sending uncompressed 4K video over a standard 1 gigabit network sounds like a recipe for a completely crashed network to me.
Oh, absolutely. But what's fascinating here is a technique called visually lossless compression.
Wait, visually lossless. What does that actually mean?
Well, the transmitter can't physically send all that raw data, so it basically cheats the human eye. It uses methods like chroma subsampling.
Which throws away color data, right?
Exactly. Nuanced color data that our eyes literally aren't sensitive enough to process anyway. So it sheds massive data weight, but to you and me, the image looks perfect.
And it does this with virtually zero latency, I saw. Just one frame of delay.
Which is crucial for live sports bars or, corporate video walls. Even a fraction of a second delay ruins the illusion.
Right, but I still have a question about this.
Yeah.
If this single wall plate can handle infinite matrix distribution, massive video walls, and one-to-many setups,
Yeah.
isn't the physical wiring a complete nightmare to manage? Like 50 cables from a massive routing box.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, that is the absolute beauty of video over IP. It shifts complex, rigid hardware routing into flexible, software-managed routing.
So it acts more like a postal system.
Precisely. Instead of physically plugging cables into a specific matrix, it chops the video into network packets. The network switch just reads the address and sends it where it needs to go.
Ah, so it's entirely software managed. You just change IP addresses on a computer.
Yep. And it gets better. It operates on PoE or power over Ethernet. The network switch sends electricity down that exact same data cable.
So no bulky power supplies plugged into the wall locally.
None at all. The whole thing keeps the standard US Decora faceplate set up incredibly clean.
That is just amazing. Now, at a price of $1,642.95, though there is a 10% off code mentioned, this is serious gear.
Oh, yeah. It is a major investment.
But what I love is looking at the HDTVSupply vendor page and seeing the human side of it. Like, they boast a 25-year history and over 10,000 positive reviews.
People specifically praising reps like Mike and Rachel, right?
Yeah. And right next to this cutting-edge video over IP network tech, there is a highly relatable, mildly amusing customer review from a guy named Doug.
Oh, Doug. Gotta love Doug.
Doug points out that having both a card and a credit card button at checkout is just confusing.
It is a great reminder, honestly. You can engineer flawless, visually lossless compression, but the user experience still ultimately comes down to the checkout button.
It really does. So what does this all mean? We have a sleek, standard-sized wall plate that uses a single network cable to flawlessly deliver 4K video, USB data, and power across an entire building.
Completely bypassing that physical mess of dedicated cables we are so used to.
Exactly.
This raises an important question.
Yeah.
If a single standard network cable can now flawlessly deliver uncompressed 4K video, USB data, and power across an entire building, how long until the traditional dedicated video cables we use every day become completely obsolete?